What gets rewarded gets repeated. That's why you absolutely can't reward the Democrats by allowing them to get away with it. When Trump gets in office, he has to prosecute them all. And he is saying as much. Investigate the Marxist prosecutor, unquote. Georgia DA gets devastating news from Trump. Here goes. So first of all, welcome to Doug in Exile. This is where all the happy patriots are. I'm Doug TenNapel. I'm a comic book artist. I created Earthworm Jim, The Neverhood, Nickelodeon's Cat Scratch. I have 20 graphic novels under my belt, and now I do the news. I'm here to save America. This is from the New York Times. Why a second Trump presidency may be more radical than his first. I just want to first say that they're acknowledging that he is probably going to be our next president. New York Times. Donald Trump has long exhibited authoritarian impulses, but his policy operation is now more sophisticated, and the buffers to check him are weaker. Good. I hope the buffers are weaker. The Democrats are weaker to stop him from doing what he must do. See, the New York Times is trying to use this to scare you into thinking that you have to vote for Biden. Oh no, guys, Biden's Department of Justice is a million times more evil than what Trump is going to do when he restores it back to what it was. Here's Trump in Iowa saying he's coming to clean house.
And I will direct a completely overhauled DOJ to investigate every Marxist prosecutor in America for their illegal, racist, in reverse enforcement of the law.
Every corrupt Marxist prosecutor in America, that would be Fani Willis. Also means he's probably going to go after Chutkan, Jack Smith, Alvin Bragg. He has to go after the ones that came after him. Here's CNN Politics. Trump is showing how a second term would rewrite the rules of presidential power. Oh, yes, please. CNN, Trump is underscoring the profound choice that voters could face next year with expansive claims of unchecked presidential power alongside increasingly unapologetic anti-democratic rhetoric. Notice everything that CNN is accusing Trump of, Joe Biden is already doing 10 times worse. They're saying anti-democratic rhetoric. What's more anti-democratic than trying to remove the number one opponent off the ballot, which they're trying to do to Trump? Take him off the ballot. The Democrats always accuse you of what they're doing. It's their cover-up. It's how they see the entire world. Speaking of unchecked power, which president opened up the border? Biden did the unchecked power of excusing student loans, call it federal college student loans. He just, with a wave of a pen, said, I can't get this thing voted on, so I'm going to excuse student loans. That's unchecked presidential power. These people, CNN does not care. This Republican frontrunner is arguing in multiple courts that by virtue of his role as a former president, he is immune from the laws and precedents under which other Americans are judged. This has consequences, not simply in the courtroom. Now, they think this only applies against Trump, that he has this complete immunity as a president. But you watch, he gets out of office, he is going to use this against Biden because Democrats will have said the president does not have immunity. Oh, good. Then it's open season on Biden when he leaves office. Given that he has a good chance of winning the presidency again, that's CNN saying Trump has a good chance of winning the presidency, guys. He's narrowly leading President Joe Biden in some swing state polling. It also raises grave constitutional questions over the limits of presidential power. They're trying to scare you, but that is a win because they're admitting Trump is probably going to win. I'll let it sink in, folks. Take the win. This is why the 2024 election will represent such a momentous episode in American history. The entire constitutional premise of U.S. governance could be on the line. I agree. But it is compromised under Biden. It's will it be reformed under Trump? The courts may end up being the only institution standing in the way of the ex-president who faces 4 criminal trials. Yes, they're counting on the courts. That is, they need Chutkan to win this one for him. Judge Chutkan. In a blow to Trump's strategy, his power grab was rejected last week in a landmark opinion by U.S. District Judge Tanya Chutkan, who will preside over his federal election subversion case that is due to start in March. Yeah, Chutkan is one of the state apparatchiks that must be stopped. Okay. They are trying to destroy Trump's campaign. He's going to win, and then he has to turn around and prosecute him. Now, watch these tweets are going to explain to you why. Okay, Stephen Miller. So this is go down to Andrew Weissman first here. From Judge Chutkan's decision on presidential immunity yesterday, quote, by definition, the president's duty to take care of that the laws be faithfully executed does not grant special latitude to violate them. He's saying Trump does not get presidential immunity. Fine. Stephen Miller responds, per Weissman, a future Department of Justice can throw Biden and his many co-conspirators, example, Mayorkas, in jail for violating every immigration law on the books and for a conspiracy to commit human trafficking, and drug smuggling, to name just a few of the numerous felony charges that are coming if they don't grant Trump immunity, because then Biden won't have immunity. And if Biden doesn't have immunity, we're going after him, and we have to go after him. This is good. Rep. Margie Taylor Greene says of Stephen Miller's post just now, yep, they should be very careful what precedents they set. Because if you don't give the Trump immunity, we're coming after Biden after he gets out of office when Trump wins the majority. The Democrats and the Department of Justice, FBI, this is Margie Taylor Greene on the J6ers. The Democrats and the Department of Justice, FBI, are orchestrating a colossal cover-up of J6, and those responsible should face the same consequences they're mercilessly imposing on the J6 defenses. That is, the people who went after the J6ers, that is Liz Cheney. Margie Taylor Greene is saying when Trump gets into office, we have to go after the people who went after them. Liz Cheney's going to get locked up. The Republican-led House needs to launch a full-blown investigation into the original J6 committee. The American people demand answers and accountability for the mountain of lies, deceit, and ruined lives. We should issue subpoenas for every single member of the January 6th committee: Nancy Pelosi, Liz Cheney, Adam Schiff, FBI, Department of Justice, DC Police, Capitol Police, and all the J6 witnesses who lied. We need criminal referrals and prosecutions must absolutely happen under a Trump Department of Justice. That's revenge. We're going after them. We're going to use the law. It's going to be legal. But every one of these people, Pelosi, Liz Cheney, Adam Schiff, they should sit in the same prison cell as the J6ers. And then you ask the Democrats, then take a vote in there with Adam Schiff and say, do you think we should release both you and this J6er, or should we leave both of you in here to rot for life? I'm Doug in exile.